Okay, so we're going to look at a situation now where we're actually going to be working backwards. Okay, so it says here an empty container is in the shape of a cuboid with a square base of side 20 centimeters. 7 liters of water is poured into the container, so then we're asked to calculate the depth, which is given letter D, of the water in centimeters. So there you go, there's the water poured in, and we need to work out what D is. So first of all, we need to consider what the volume, of the water is. Okay, now they say it's 7 liters. Okay, but that's sort of no good to us in that sense that we're working in terms of centimeters, those units of length there, and liters there. Okay, we're going to need to change that. We're going to need to see what the equivalence is, and quite simply, we need to know that 1 liter is actually 1,000 centimeter cubed. Okay, so something for us to remember. We need to know that for an exam. So if 1 liter is 1,000 centimeter cubed, then of course we can figure out that 7 liters is going to be 7,000 centimeter cubed. So in other words, the volume of water in there is 7,000. Okay, and then you need to think, well, how would I normally work out the volume of that, right? Of course, it's a cuboid, isn't it? And we know with cuboid, when you work out the volume, quite simply, it's like length times width times height, isn't it? That's what you do to work out volume of a cuboid. It's those dimensions times together. Okay. Now, of course, we know the length and the width. They're both 20, so 20 times 20. What we don't know is the height of this water. Okay. In fact, they've called it D for depth. So, we can do that. We can call it D. But we don't know what it is. Okay. But what we do know is when you times these together, it gives you 7,000. So what I can do now, I can be slightly clever, and of course, I can work that out to be 400. Okay. Because 20 times 20 is 400, and I have this. Now, we need to think then, 400 times something is 7,000. Is it possible for me to work out that something there, that D? What am I timesing by 400 to get 7,000? Well, of course, we can use a little bit of algebra, solving equations, and we can think about taking that 400 over to the side. And because we're multiplying here, when I take that 400 over, I'm going to be dividing. Okay, so I've got 7,000 divided by 400, and it's just a case of working it out on my calculator. Okay, and so I save myself a bit of finger punching on the calculator. I can cancel those zeros, so I have 70 divided by 4. Okay, and it comes out to be 35 over 2, which is 17.5. So the depth is 17.5 centimeters.